Hey Kevin, how you doing? Made some changes to the layout, so I figured I'd get on here real quick. How you doing there, foul fish? Made some layout changes. Fishing every day, how you doing? Is this your guys' first time to the live layout? Well, I'm doing fantastic. Made some changes to the layout, so I figured I'd get on here and show everybody what's going on. As you can see down here, I cleaned up all the clutter out of there. Added another spur next to the engine shed there. And also went ahead and added another main line, so I got 3 main lines now. Which I happen to like that a lot better. How you doing, Starcop? So yeah, the phone's not on a tripod, so it's gonna bounce around a little bit. So this basically allows me to run 3 trains at once without having to worry about slowing any of them down or collisions or anything like that. So I'm pretty happy about that. So this one here kind of wraps around over the bridges. And it comes over here in front of the depot. Then it cuts away right there from that spur that would go out to the engine shed. Then it circles back around doing the same thing. And then these 2 over here, these are both on the outer main line. This one here and then the one that's getting ready to come around here. How you doing there, Special Ed Andrew? And of course I got us some more of my rolling stock too. That way make the train longer. Because everybody loves a long train. How you doing there, Josh? This one here is getting ready to come around. This right here is a DCC engine, but he does not have sound. He's got lights, but no sound. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic, Starcop. That's cool. And this guy right here, this is a DCC. And this one does have lights and sound. Same with that one there. That one there is a switcher. It's a DCC. It's got light but no sound. And then those 2, this one here, those are both DC engines. There's my other crane car, by the way. And that's a dummy engine right there. X33, how's it going? Alright, so I pretty much got showed you what's going on with the engines. Now we can take a look at some of the cars on here. So like I said, I did pull out some of my other rolling stock. And that's it for the rolling stock, other than the other ones that I already showed you. They're in the yard. Yep, that was another crane car, so I got 2 crane cars. This blue one right here, I bought it used off of eBay. As you can see, it's got red string right there. somebody really jacked that thing up. It doesn't even work properly. So if you go to raise the crane, it doesn't even move. So I have to find the time to go in there and fix that, which is going to require, you know, just restringing the whole darn thing. But I don't mind. I mean, it's just something to do later on. That's actually in the corner of the living room there, Andrew. That's where it's sitting. But I had the space for it. Otherwise, it would have just been, you know, like a table over here or something. I decided not to do that and just put this here instead. And the wife was okay with it, you know, seeing as how I quit smoking and all. Told her I was going to put money into the train layout, and she's okay with it. Originally, I thought about putting it out into the garage, which would have gave me a lot of room. But after talking to Jack, it was decided that's probably not the best idea due to it would mess up the track, you know, with all the heating up and cooling off stuff going on. I live in Missouri, so it gets pretty hot here in the summer. And it can get cold in the winter, so I decided against it. There's the lake. And of course, there's the river. And you got a pair of canoes in there now. Then over there, you know, we got a dock and a boat. I haven't put in the waves or ripples yet, so they're not fixed into space yet. Then these houses right here, they kind of suck, so I'm going to go ahead and repaint those. How you doing there, liver guns? And pretty soon I'll be carrying the scenery around the corner here. It'll give me a chance to get in there and do something with that depot. Which I got some of it done, but it'll definitely look a lot better. Sun's coming in through the window right there. The depot will definitely look better once I get the scenery going around it. And of course I got my Bigfoot that I haven't placed yet, but he's going to be going over here somewhere. Yes, absolutely. A lot of work did go into it, and there's still a lot of work yet to be done. Like, I still haven't put in the other white line for the road over here. I still got to do that. And of course, I haven't finished up my striping. And then over here for the mine, I still got to put in the black coal that's going to be down there by the track. I haven't done that yet either. But it's getting there. StarCop, yes, absolutely it is. I use a Bachmann controller, as you can see. And it can hold up to 10 engines on it. And the only reason I use that is it's just simple. I like simple stuff. I don't like to sit there and program a bunch of numbers into things like the DCC cabs do. But if you wanted to use that NEC cab and do something like that, absolutely. It'll hold a lot more engines too. And I think it might even have a little bit more functionality. But for me, I just like to keep it simple. So this Bachmann controller worked just fine for me. So I know you guys seen them before on this layout. You picked one up for how much? No, I'm just running N scale. Oh, $100 US? Okay. Yeah, that'll work. But I got some more street lamps like this. Then I got the ones that are just one-sided instead of double-sided, but those will go into the neighborhood over here. And they'll probably go over here too in the town. But I ordered the bulbs for my buildings. So once I get those bulbs here, I'm going to be putting the lights in the buildings. And at that point, I'll probably do the rest of the street lights because I'm going to have to drill holes anyway. But the Joplin Depot that you guys see back there, I know you can't see it right now, but it's got stained glass windows in there. Ron Perry showed me how to do that. So it's got stained glass windows in there that I did myself. Okay, that's cool, StarCop. Two's better than none, right? But once I put that bulb in there, it's just going to shine that light right through that stained glass. And it's going to look awesome. Cannot wait to get that on there so you guys can see that. It's really going to look sweet. But this layout here, it is 8 foot going this way. It's 3 foot wide. And then because of the 3 foot wide, you know, it's got another 5 foot coming off the 3 foot that goes this way. So technically it's 8 foot going this way and then 8 foot going this way. Is what it actually is. And then the background scenery, that's 2 10-foot rolls that are mirrored up against each other to make it look like one big old backdrop, but it's actually 2. Yes, they are LED bulbs. They are the screw-in kind, which is nice because if they ever go bad, I can just simply unscrew it and stick another one in. But yes, they are LEDs. So there's a lot of detail work I have to do yet that I just haven't got around to doing. And of course, there's a lot of scenery work that I still have to do, especially over here. As you can see, it's pretty bare looking over this way, which I intend on fixing that. It's actually going to put in another water feature, probably right around here somewhere. Maybe like a little pond or something. I think that would look really cool. It's N scale. I did N scale because it gives me twice as much room, you know, with twice as much stuff. If I would have done HO scale, I wouldn't have been able to do as much as I'm doing now. That HO scale definitely would have been out in the garage. Or even in the basement. But I didn't want to put my train set in the basement. I want to be able to enjoy it. When people come over, I want them to be able to check it out and see it running. So, in the living room for me. And the wife is okay with it, so I'm okay with it. Plus, it really wouldn't have mattered. She would have been okay with it or not. It's just going to happen. And it wasn't that hard to do either. As far as my table goes, I just used 1x2s for the legs and just built the whole table out of 1x2s. But StarCop, yeah, man, you know, you can also, like we were talking about before, if you wanted to just put brackets into your studs, you know, and just put it on the wall with like just thick enough to hold like one track or something, you could do that and have loops at the end, so it just keeps coming back around. That wouldn't be hard to do at all. I mean, these tracks are probably what, you know, well here. That's how big they are. They're not very big. So you could definitely do that. It ain't gonna take up much space at all. It's when you start doing all this other stuff that it takes up space, like putting in a yard or running spurs for industries, putting buildings on. That's what takes up the space, not necessarily just the track. But once you start doing it though, you want to just do more, you know? Like right here, I got that fence in there, made out of wire and tulle. And tulle is that little fabric stuff that you go to like Michael's or Joanna Fabrics or someplace to get it. Usually they use it on girls' tutus and stuff, but that's what it's for. Yeah, it is small. I mean, there you go. That's small. I mean, a section of that fence is like the size of my fingernail. So yeah, it is, you gotta have good eyeballs, that's for sure. Like last night, you know, in order to get this other rolling stock on the layout, I had to change out a coupler. And what I ended up doing is I just went ahead and just took the trucks off one of the other cars and just swapped it out. That way I didn't have to change all the couplers. I could just change one to match up with all the other couplers are, and that worked out well. Otherwise, I would have been there forever trying to do that. I ain't got those young eyeballs no more, so a lot harder to do. Yes, it does. Well, you know, have you looked around for other engine colors? And you know, you can always go ahead and repaint your engine any color you want it to be. There's a lot of talented people out there in the railroad community who can give you a hand with that. They can simply just go ahead and bust out their little airbrush and just paint it up whatever color you want. If they can sit there and do graffiti on cars and make it look realistic, they can definitely paint up your engine, no problem. Heck, I even went ahead and painted one of mine. This one right here, it's got the blue top. That was actually all green. I changed the numbers on it because it was an exact duplicate of the other green one. This one right here. But I didn't want two engines of the same color with the same numbers. Hey JNC, how you doing? GSMR fan, how's it going? So I just went ahead and repainted the top of it and changed the number on it. So repainting the engines isn't no big deal at all. If you guys are looking to do that, you know, you should do it. That way you can have any car that you want or any color that you want on your engine. Yeah, it's N scale. HO would have been a little bit too big for this layout. And then down here is just a bunch of storage stuff. I did have a steam locomotive, but I burned it up. It was a little Bachmann Prairie Flyer. And to be honest with you, it just doesn't work well on the track. So I told my wife that for Christmas I'll let her buy me a new steam engine. I got one picked out too. It's about $220, but it's DCC with all the bells and whistles, so that'll work. I told her you can get me that and I'll buy you a frying pan, so she agreed. So it's all good. Irish Train Guy, how's it going? And if I missed your name, I apologize. It goes, the chat goes by, you know, I can't see it all because I'm looking at this and running the trains too. Well, there you go. Custom, fantastic. Star Cop, I don't remember the number. It was, I know it was the one I was looking. It's in the Micro Mark magazine anyway. If you guys got the latest issue of the Micro Mark magazine, it's in there. That's where I bought my last few engines from. I get them on sale. Wife came home, so the dogs are barking now, guys. So you might hear them, you know, yelling for a moment. It's too cold right now to just leave them outside. Yeah, Star Cop, Micro Mark. They got a lot of stuff in there for modelers, whether it's boats or cars or plastic models. And I'm talking wooden boats. I'm not talking about the plastic jobs. They got those too, but like if you're one of those modelers who actually does all the wooden boats, the ones that you might sell for a couple $1,000s, they do those things. So they got all that good stuff in there. Trains, N scale, HO scale, buildings. They got a lot of Walthers products. I know a lot of people are looking for like the Walther turntables or the roundhouses and the extensions for the roundhouses. All of that stuff is in the Micro Mark catalogs. Yeah, absolutely. You definitely got to check them out. Matter of fact, I went ahead and I even sent a magazine down to my mother-in-law's house for her and my sister-in-law to check out. And I said, anytime you get me something for birthday, Christmas, just get it from the magazine and we're all good. But they got tools in there too. Choppers, nibblers, all that good stuff. If you want to make your own custom buildings. All kinds of different stuff. Files. Basically anything that you think that you might need for the hobby, they got it in there. And of course you can check out their website too. You can order the magazine off their website. I've been told to buy locomotives with sound and no charter light. How you doing there, Scrumptious? Thomas the Train? Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, I'm sure Thomas the Train is a fabulous item to have on an HO scale. I haven't run one, but it's all good. Although I can say this, I've seen the roundhouse for the Thomas the Train, and that's a nice looking roundhouse, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, Thomas the Train's got a nice little collection of them. And there's a lot of modelers who's got kids, and you'll see their HO sets, and all of a sudden you'll be watching it, and here comes a Thomas the Train or one of Thomas's friends, you know, running by. And there's nothing wrong with that. But Scrumptious, I was just going over the changes I made to the layout. I got it pretty much set up now to where you can run 3 trains at once without having to worry about slowing them down or running them into each other. Yeah, Hogwarts. I don't think they have the Hogwarts Express in the N gauge. Yeah, you gotta love some Thomas the Train though. If I had HO scale, I'd probably get me a Thomas the Train too. Hey Scrumptious, do you got a Thomas the Train on your layout? Scrumptious is HO, he might have one. Nothing wrong if you do, brother. You don't have one yet? There, he threw that word in there at the end, yet. Which means that he's probably open to picking that up. You'll probably see it at the hobby center, you know, on sale. You'll get it then. Or maybe at a garage sale. That's a good place to find some good train stuff, is at a garage sale. Or you can get some good deals at the hobby center too, grab bags or whatever. That's what Scrumptious likes to do anyway. SMT mainline, that's Scrumptious there. He likes to go ahead and take the trains and he gets them, he fixes them and runs them around on his track. You guys ever need help with anything in regards to an engine, if you're having problems with it, you know, give him a shout out. You know, he might be able to help you, you know, figure out what the problem might be. Check out his channel too. If you ain't subscribed to the Scrumptious channel, SMT Mainline, check out his channel. He does live streams with running his trains around, sort of like what I'm doing here. And of course, like I said, he does do the he does buy them and repairs them when he can. So if you guys need any help with anything like that, you might want to ask him about it. He's pretty knowledgeable when it comes to those older engines and how they work and run, winding motors, all that good stuff. He can help you with that stuff if you guys need anything like that. Yeah, he's DCC, but again, no sound on this one, just lights. That's alright, those other 2 trains make up for all the sound. Which actually, I haven't even done no sound. Ah, there we go. There you go. Oh, he's coming around. Fun stuff. Benny! Why you gotta be barking, man? Hey, come here. He's barking up a storm, guys. Uh-oh. Hi, Molly. Say hi. There's Molly.
She's voicing her displeasure.
She's looking to go outside.
She's already been outside.
Oh, she's already been outside.
Molly.
It's a little cold out there. I can't keep that dog and my other little dog out because they'll attack each other. So one of them's got to be in the den while the other one's out.
No, they don't attack each other. Molly attacks.
Well, she's right. The one I just showed you, Molly, she's the one who attacks the other one. Love Mud Drones, how you doing? Alright, so that's the plans over here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get a water feature in right here. I'm going to leave everything else the way it is. I'll expand the road to go over this way towards that industry and obviously going over there to the depot. Expand the road over there, going to that other industry in the corner there. And that'll be it for the roads, and then it's just all about, you know, putting in the ground foam and maybe adding a couple hills or something, and then all the lights. A couple more rocks and that should do it. Then of course just the scenery details, trees, you know, and some other vehicles. That should be about it. And of course all the lights in the buildings too. And those buildings there, Don't like them, so I'm going to repaint them and weather them, make them look a lot better. Just haven't got around to it yet, but I will. Mine turned out pretty good, so I'm happy with that. Alright guys, well, I'm going to go ahead and kill the live stream. I just wanted to get on here and give an update of the layout since I made the changes. Not only that, but you know, Tracy's here and she said she wants to watch the Christmas shows on the Hallmark Channel. And drink some hot chocolate, so I figure we'll do that. Get some quality wife time in there. But that's where we are as of right now, so I'm still waiting on those bulbs to get here. Once those bulbs get here, I'm going to schedule a live stream and we're going to install bulbs on the live stream. We'll probably do it in the evening too. That way we can turn out the lights and see what it looks like, at least in that depot. That's the one I really want to get done. So that'll be fun. How you doing there, Nature Nerd? Alright guys, I appreciate everybody coming in and hitting that like button. If you haven't supported the channel, please do so. And support everybody else as well. Y'all have a great night. And as always, if it ain't a mountain if you don't climb it.